You can see here والذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لنبوئنهم من الجنة غرفا. So Allah is encouraging the believers here that your focus has to be not the dunya. Your focus has to be the akhirah, Jannah. It's the attention shift. Your attention has to be shifted to the most important target is the akhirah. Yes. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Those who believe and do righteous deeds, we shall accommodate them in chambers, غرف, chambers, mansions. Fine. غرف is plural of غرفة. غرفة, which is literally a chamber or a room, sometimes depends. For instance, you say, I have 3 bedrooms house. In Arabic, we say ثلاث غرف. Yes, the singular is غرفة in Arabic. Yes. So, of course, this is a different use from the Quranic use to our use today, like a room. Allah is not referring to rooms here. Chambers mentions something beyond our imagination. تجري من تحتها الأنهار. The rivers flow beneath which rivers flow. It's one of the scenes of Jannah. So Jannah is so vast, beyond, again, our imagination, beyond the earth and the heavens, so vast, so big. And in Jannah there are levels, different levels. As in the hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, Al-Jannatu mi'atu daraja. Jannah is 100 level. So we have 100 levels in Jannah. Between the level and the level, between the earth and the heavens. Just for you to imagine. So we have this hadith which says 100 levels. We have another hadith where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, the reciter of the Quran will be said to him on the day of judgment, recite and go up in levels. So each ayah you recite, you will be elevated one level. So we have 6,236 verses. So we have 6,233 levels. So how come 100 here and 6,000 here? Any contradiction? No, there's no contradiction. Scholars said to reconcile between these two, yes, Jannah is 100 levels, and between the level and the level there are sub-levels. So the hadith is saying about these sub-levels. 6,236 is the sub-levels. Yeah, the main levels are 100 levels. Okay, and you have on the very top of Jannah Firdaus. Inshallah, all of us will be in Firdaus, in the company of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions. So the top level is Firdaus. Under the Firdaus, you have these chambers. Yes? And then you have other levels in Jannah. That's just to give you an idea that the chambers or the mansions are underneath Firdaus. And the rest of the believers are on level 1, level 2, and so on. So the description of these levels came in the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that it will be like the star in the sky, and it's so transparent. You can see what's inside, and they can see from inside what's outside. Yes. Um, of course, you have privacy, but because no one can see you, it's like so high. And when Rasulullah described these chambers to the companions, and they were so uh, uh, encouraged and so into it. They said, to whom these chambers are, Ya Rasulullah, these ghuraf, belongs to whom? And he mentioned in different narrations, alayhi salatu wassalam, for those who are sweet in their speech, kind in their speech, for those who are feeding the food to the needy, who are looking after the poor, for those who are doing qiyam, for those who visit one another for Allah's sake, for those who spend for Allah's sake. And so he mentioned many descriptions in different narrations, alayhi salatu wassalam. And so these chambers are for them. These ghuraf are for them. Because when you read the ayah, وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, those who believe and do righteous deeds, they will have these mentions and ghuraf in Jannah. Yeah, my question is, okay, but all the people of Jannah are آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. So how do you become among the people of the chambers? And what makes you different than the rest of the people of Jannah? How do you get there? Yeah. So Rasulullah described it, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And as well, in the next ayah, Allah described who will get there. الَّذِينَ صَبَرُوا. So the people of sabr. As I told you in the beginning of the surah is about, the theme of the surah is about patience and resilience and facing the reality and the challenges of your reality. Yeah. So this is the reward for those who are resilient and practicing sabr in a positive manner, of course. Yeah. So they will get these special levels in the akhirah. Otherwise, you can't understand the ayah properly, because, okay, all the dwellers of Jannah are آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات, of course. So all the dwellers of Jannah, they will not get to Jannah if they did not believe and do righteous deeds. Of course not. Yeah. So what distinguish this level from that level, that extra attributes which Allah mentioned in the Quran or the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned in the Hadith. Okay. تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها. So they will live there forever, eternity. نعم أجر العاملين. This is the best reward for the workers. So they were not lazy. They were not sitting doing nothing. They were not only hoping for good reward. No. They activated their good intentions. They activated their iman into action. This is what makes them on the higher levels. نعم أجر العاملين. And Allah mentioned العاملين, workers. So it's about activism, not laziness. So yes, those who are active, those who are spreading the goodness, those who are sharing goodness, those who are concerned about spreading the message and conveying the message to people. Yes. Not only concerned about their own affairs, their own staff, their own families, which we need to look after without doubt. But it shouldn't be the only thing that concerns us in this dunya. Yeah. نعم أجر العاملين الذين صبروا وعلى ربهم يتوكلون. What a sweet verse. Those who did practice sabr. صبروا. Of course, again and again, the sabr, when Allah mentions, is the positive sabr, that you do refrain from doing what is bad and you do what is right. And sabr on different levels as well. Sabr for uh, performing your obligations, and sabr from restraining yourself from getting into haram or doubtful matters. This is sabr. Yeah. وعلى ربهم يتوكلون. And they have full trust and tawakkul on Allah Azza wa Jal. And in here, we are talking about real tawakkul. لو أنكم توكلون على الله حق التوكل. If you were to rely on Allah, real reliance, if you have true reliance on Allah, He would have, as in the hadith, He would have provided for you as He provides for the bird. It goes in the very morning and on empty stomach. It comes in the evening with full stomach. So why did Allah mention tawakkul here? You will see. Because again, it's about migration. It's about leaving your properties, your wealth, your business, and so on behind. And this is your livelihood. Then put your trust in Allah. Your rizq is written for you. You do your best, but Allah is the provider. وَعَلَى رَبِّهِمْ يَتَوَكَّلُونَ. So in everything, not only in your rizq, you do tawakkul on Allah. And again, tawakkul, the tawakkul, the true meaning of tawakkul is to do your best and to have trust in Allah that He will facilitate for you your rizq. But it's never been that tawakkul is you do nothing and you trust Allah. No, you trust Allah and you do your best, okay? In anything you are doing, whether it's in your rizq, whether it's in your in facing your reality and the challenges which you have and the complications you might get into sometimes and so on. Yeah. الذين صبروا وعلى ربهم يتوكلون.